A man from Oklahoma was fishing in a pond one day when the landowner came through with an unpleasant tone and kicked that man off his pond. Since that day, the Oklahoma fisherman had a dream that he would every day in order to fulfill. Well, that dream has officially happened and it is better than I could have imagined. I absolutely love fishing. I would fish every single day if I could, but the biggest problem I have is that I have to drive an hour in any direction before I get to any good fishing holes. And that's still a risk because if it's a weekend, they're usually pretty crowded. Paul Phillips was in the same boat and decided to give himself his own fishing retreat. But he took things a step further than most would, and the result is quite amazing. Paul Phillips built his 1850 sq.ft. home in Skiatook, Oklahoma. His home is unlike any other home in the area though, and his neighbors are thrilled with what's in store. Paul started by renting a bulldozer to dig a huge hole on his newly bought property. The next step was to pour huge concrete footings in order to build the dream home out over the top of the big empty hole. After that, it was a matter of waiting for the Oklahoma rain to fill it up. Once he was all moved in and had his living room set up, he decided to add quite a unique surprise that sets this house apart from any others I've seen. You might notice a small seam over there in the corner by the TV. Well, it's not shoddy carpentry. In fact, it's something quite special. The edge of that seam is a secret panel that lifts up off the floor, exposing the newly dug lake below. That's right. He put a hole in the floor so he could fish from his couch while watching TV. With this secret hatch installed, Paul can fish year-round in all conditions with his new home, without anyone telling him to leave. He can fish from inside his house on the couch or off of his huge deck that is surrounded by the water of his personal lake. From the look of this catfish, he has stocked some serious donkeys, fisherman's slang for a big fish. The picture on the mantle shows a smile that says it all. This guy is living his best life. Paul loved the ingenious idea of his lake house so much that he just put it on the market so he could seek out a bigger property for a bigger lake. Bigger lake equals bigger fish. If you are an avid angler looking for your own private fishing hole, Paul's lake house might be your dream come true. My favorite part about this build is that it was driven by a man's hobby. His hobby redesigned the traditional home and incorporated his dream. When you are passionate about something, there is no stopping the human spirit. Especially when someone tells us we can't fish somewhere,